Chaos on two coasts.
Some of the brush is 20 to 30 feet high.
Current situation is we have a wildland fire.
With wildfire fights to the east and west. COVID milestone.
Pandemic cases are down in all 50 states.
It's the first time that's happened since the start of the pandemic. And the price of flights are taking off.
To just kind of come in from another country.
But these tourists are more interested in a vaccine than a vacation. It's all coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Zitlali Solache, and today is Tuesday, May 18th, 2021.
From the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
A pair of firefights crews in California and New Jersey have their hands full this morning. One of those battles is going on in Southern California. The other is in New Jersey. The network's Alejandra Garcia is in the control center with the latest on both.
Prepare your family to ready, set, go.
More than 500 firefighters are being called to fight the wildfires that are erupting near Los Angeles, forcing residents to evacuate their homes.
Evacuation orders have impacted hundreds of Topanga residents in over 500 homes that still face a potential threat. Repopulating these residents is one of our top priorities.
It's very challenging terrain. As you've heard, this is about 75 years since we've had a fire there. Some of the brush is 20 to 30 feet high.
We normally don't have this type of fire, the size of fire, in May.
The arson suspect that is believed to be responsible for the fires is now in police custody.
Smoke inhalation, he's being treated for that. It's a male, smoke inhalation. He's at the hospital right now.
This is also happening across the country in Little Egg Harbor, New Jersey.
Current situation is we have a wildland fire. Cause is under investigation right now.
Firefighters are currently fighting to control the flames that are damaging infrastructure and threatening people as quickly as possible. For the South Florida Media Network, I'm Alejandra Garcia.
Today, for the first time,
Today, COVID numbers continue to decrease as Americans roll up their sleeves, get vaccinated, and mark a milestone.
Today, for the first time since the pandemic began, pandemic cases are down in all 50 states.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says that 37% of the U.S. population is vaccinated. Those numbers are expected to grow following the approval for children between 12 to 15 to get the Pfizer shot. Health officials are hoping that the lifted mask mandate for fully vaccinated people will encourage those who aren't vaccinated to go out and get their shot. The Biden administration is bringing some relief to parents this morning, announcing a child tax credit monthly payment. Starting July, eligible families will receive up to $300 a month for each child under the age of 6. Parents can also receive up to $250 per month for each child over 6 until they turn 18. The money is coming from the $1.9 trillion COVID rescue package. Hundreds of foreign travelers are coming to the U.S., many of them going to Miami to get the coronavirus vaccine. As the network's Helen Acevedo reports, the blame goes to the slow vaccine rollout across Latin America, combined with a surge in COVID cases.
This is Elver Estela, a Peruvian business owner from Lima who is traveling to Seattle for what he says is not just any trip, but a life or death decision. Estela has decided to travel to the U.S. to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. Our political environment means our government is unable to fulfill its duty, and that's why I have made this decision, Estela says. He and his family have spent $2,200 to have 3 members of their family, including their 18-year-old daughter, fly to Seattle for a COVID-19 shot. This is not about the American dream, he says upon arriving. This is about the vaccine dream.
Just like this Peruvian family, many in Latin America who are tired of waiting and have the means to travel are making their way to the U.S. to receive the COVID-19 vaccine.
You have people that live here 6 months. That's fine. They use the hospitals here. They pay taxes. But to just kind of come in from another country or whatever, we don't support that, and we're not going to allow that.
Florida imposed ID restrictions in January due to a sharp increase in the number of foreigners seeking a COVID-19 shot in the Sunshine State. But Susana Milano, an Argentinian PR specialist who was spending time in Florida, says her country's passport was sufficient identification for her to get her shot. They didn't ask for anything else, she said. The Peruvian health minister has been critical of those who travel, saying it reflects the country's inequality. But Elver Estela says it's about taking care of his family.
Estela has since received his shot of the COVID vaccine, and he says he anxiously waits for the time his family gets to do the same. At Miami International Airport, Helen Acevedo, South Florida Media Network.
As the COVID-19 pandemic worsens in Japan this morning, citizens protest the upcoming Olympic Games to demand its cancellation. According to polls, more than 80% of Japanese people oppose the Olympics being held in Tokyo this year. Doctors worry that the country will not have enough resources to handle future COVID cases due to the event. The 2,000 signature petition to get Burger King's crown-shaped nuggets on the menu in Miami has finally worked. The famous treat left the menu 10 years ago in 2011. Since then, fans have wanted them back. Miami is the only place you can pick them up before a possible nationwide rollout. 10 nuggets cost $1.49. A surprise wedding for the pop princess who wrote a song about all her breakups. That story is Thank You Next, and so is this.
So thankful for what our veterans have done, and especially also our military dogs.
Soldiers getting honored with a statue in South Florida. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie. Nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out. Good night.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
A new monument sits outside a South Florida animal shelter this morning, honoring those ultimate dogs who served in the military. It features a veteran holding a dog by the leash and is located in Boca Raton. Officials at the organization say that it is important to honor the sacrifice of those dogs in the military.
So thankful for what our veterans have done, and especially also our military dogs. If it wasn't for the military dogs, many of our veterans might not be here today.
Philanthropist and widow of the founder of the National Enquirer, Lois Pope, donated the monument to the shelter on Sunday. According to the Department of Defense, about 2,700 dogs are currently serving in the military, with 700 of them deployed overseas. Pop star Ariana Grande has tied the knot. In an intimate ceremony held at her home over the weekend, the Grammy-winning Grande married real estate agent Dalton Gomez. Their engagement was announced on Instagram last December. It's the first of her 7 rings, but she won it. She got it. That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Zitlali Solache. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.